Leak. EU biodiversity plan aims to ban bottom trawling in protected areas.
Here's a summary of the article.
EU countries will be required to reduce the harmful impacts of fishing on sensitive species and their habitats, under a draft EU biodiversity plan seen by EURACTIV. The EU Action Plan to Protect and Restore Marine Ecosystems for Sustainable and Resilient Fisheries is expected to be released in the first quarter of 2023 by the European Commission. Under the draft plan, bottom trawling would be banned in marine protected areas by 2030, but would still be allowed outside of those. The action plan was first mentioned in the Commission's biodiversity strategy for 2030 as a way to protect nature and reverse biodiversity loss. Still, the draft plan warns that the European fisheries sector faces existential threats posed by climate change and biodiversity loss. Biodiversity in Europe. EU aims to protect 30% of land and sea. The action plan clearly states that we need to move away from destructive fisheries like bottom trawling, which is the first time the Commission is so clear about the problem, and we welcome this, said Monica Verbeek, Executive Director of the marine conservation organization Seas at Risk. The proposal to prohibit bottom trawling in marine protected areas by 2030 is a full 7 years from now, NGOs point out, warning that it is counterintuitive to continue destruction until then in MPAs, which are areas in special need of protection.
This post received a score of 8,100, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Ban it everywhere.
I wish they could too. But if they say it without being able to back it up with action, nobody would take them seriously anymore, like North Korea.
Faster, EU. At that speed there won't be any biodiversity left by the time the ban comes into effect.
That's the plan fisheries lobby ISM had in their mind all along. I am not sure if they understand. They are going down first.
Yeah, but think of the short-term profits.
Yes, I know. It's more rentable to exploit the ocean now until fullest extent and then go to financial markets with the money afterwards and live of interest. It's what everyone is doing who works in extractive industries. Doesn't mean I don't encourage people to blow their shit up.
Is bottom trawling currently allowed in protected areas? This seems like someone missed the point of protecting.
I believe the plan itself is going to create these protected areas.
Just make it illegal. All it does is destroy habitats.
Just protected areas?
Way overdue.
We need to ban bottom trawling on half of the ocean's fertile areas across the entire world. Most of it is a desert. Greenpeace was on the right track with littering the floor of reserves with giant concrete blocks. Anyone illegally trawling would have their gear destroyed. It's a bit of ocean litter, yes, but it's a necessary evil.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone and cover the ocean floor with big iron spikes. Promote growth of reefs and shred their stupid nets.
How is this not already a thing? And how can it take until 2030 to actually enact this law?
What? It isn't already.
Greater than resources exist to be consumed. And consumed they will be, if not by this generation then by some future. By what right does this forgotten future seek to deny us our birthright? None, I say. Let us take what is ours, chew and eat our fill. CEO in Wabadike Morgan in Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, S.
Morgan was short-sighted emo. You can skin a sheep once, but you can shear it almost as long as it lives. Ecosystems have enough slack to harvest some without collapsing them. Or at least they had enough slack until humanity went into consumption, population overdrive.
Of course. It's right there in the word birthright. It's a portrayal of pure selfish ego.
It should never have been allowed in the first place. Imagine killing an entire forest for the few deer that live there. Same thing.
Fucking finally. Should have happened 30 years ago.
It should be banned, period. But no profits first.
At that speed there won't be any biodiversity left by the time the ban comes into effect.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes. and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.